What does he say?
He's up.
Reach out to Marshall Cole.
I need just a roll, not a roll call, voice call, but to make for that motion. I need a motion, a second, and a
Yeah.
voice. Right? Okay,
Yes,
that's what I thought.
we can do.
Okay. One more minute.
Mike's on?
That's one.
Yes.
Okay, we're on. Mike's on, guys. Back. Back. Live.
Rewrote it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that, Rob.
You got it.
Oh, years. We call the meeting to order with the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start the meeting with a motion to amend the agenda for a presentation from James Adams, coordinator from PHE Police Association regarding the recent Clifton Heights Police accreditation. So I need a motion.
So moved.
So moved, Mr. Swan, second.
Second.
Ms. Wiley, seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Chief Adams?
Thank you.
You can turn, push the button. Is it green?
Here we go. Good evening, and first of all, thank you for allowing me to be on your agenda and take a minute to talk a little bit about accreditation and what the certificate that I'm going to be presenting actually represents, because there's a heck of a lot of work and time commitment that goes into this, not just to get the certificate, but also to maintain it. Real briefly, back in the 1990s, a statewide study was done on law enforcement policies and procedures. And what it showed was that the majority of the police departments didn't have policies in place. And those that did, there was no consistency or similarities between them. Everybody's singing from a different hymnal, basically. So the Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police got a grant from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency and put together a team of law enforcement professionals, elected officials, district attorneys, defense attorneys from all four corners of Pennsylvania, and put together a law enforcement accreditation program. Best practices for law enforcement as far as providing professional police services to all customers that come in contact with law enforcement, citizens, but it's also important that people that get arrested by police are treated professionally and within the confines of the Constitution. Our program rolled out in 2001, July of 2001. And to date, we have 209 accredited police departments. We've actually accredited 242 because this is not a certificate for life. I'll explain a little bit what goes into it. But no matter the size of the police department, if the police department's interested in getting involved in our program, they review the standards, compare it with our policy, they understand the program, and then they send us a letter. The chief sent us a letter enrolling in the program, and we provide a lot of resources to them to start working towards accreditation. And what accreditation is making sure that a police department, a law enforcement agency, has policies, procedures, operating policy in place to meet all of our best practices, or what we refer to as standards. Right now, we have 125 standards in our accreditation program, and that's a little bit of a misnomer because within each of those standards, a lot of them are bulleted out. There's individual best practices embedded in them that the police department has to comply with. So when you add them all up, this certificate represents 370 best practices that your police department complies with. That's part of it. So once they have all the policies in place, you can have the best policy manual in the world sitting on the shelf, but if nobody follows your policy, it's really not doing you any good. For each one of those 370 best practices, they have to have 2 proofs of compliance. 2 proofs to our assessors that show that not only is the policy good and complies with the standard, but the staff, civilian and sworn, are actually following the policy. Once they have that all accomplished, they go through a mock assessment, sort of a dress rehearsal that they do on their own. And then when they're ready, we assign 3 assessors to come here and spend 2 days with your police department, going through all those 370 best practices, comparing it with their policy manual, and making sure that the policies in place meet the standard, and then making sure there's a minimum of 2 proofs of compliance. Once that occurs and the assessment team is satisfied, they write up a very lengthy report. It goes before the full commission. Our Pennsylvania Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission meets quarterly. That's made up of 20 police chiefs from all 4 corners of Pennsylvania, along with some other seats on our commission. Your chief was there along with your accreditation manager, and they were asked questions, and after it was all done, it was a unanimous decision to grant accredited status to your police department. Sometimes people ask, well, what's the value? What benefit is there? Well, the statistics show, studies are being conducted mostly by the insurance industry that shows that when you compare accredited police departments to non-accredited police departments, accredited police departments get sued less often than non-accredited police departments. And when they do get sued, the payouts by municipalities that have accredited police departments are significantly less. So some insurance companies are actually discounting the liability insurance to municipalities who have an accredited police department. You're actually saving your insurance company money. And even those insurance companies that don't actually offer a discount, they include that with the underwriters when they determine what your annual premiums are going to be. The other statistics are showing not only there's less lawsuits, workers' compensation claims are down compared to an accredited police department, non-accredited. Simple things like police car accidents are reduced by being accredited because there's certain guidelines included in there. I know I go back a little bit in time, but back when the Rodney King incidents happened a couple years ago, a couple of our elected officials, state-level elected officials, came up with the 8 Can't Wait initiatives. 8 initiatives that they felt all police departments should immediately subscribe to. Well, guess what? All the accredited agencies already had policy in place to meet every one of those 8 Can't Wait initiatives. We always try to stay a little bit ahead of the curve. We have a standards committee that's always reviewing, keeping their thumb on the pulse of what's going on in society. And annually, our standards come out and revised, new standards are added that the police department has to comply with. I mentioned this is not a certificate for life. Annually, within 30 days of the anniversary date of becoming accredited, they have to send in, your police chief and the accreditation manager will have to send in an annual report to my office that basically do a self-assessment, making sure that they're in full compliance with all of the best practices. Then in 3 years, we'll be sending 3 assessors here to put them through the drill again. So every 3 years, they're going to go through it again. We lose about 1 police department every year for various reasons. Right now, there's about 1,100 police departments in Pennsylvania. We have 209 accredited. So your police department is one of the 20% that's accredited. So it's quite an achievement, quite an accomplishment. I'm sure the police department can do it without your support. And at this time, I'd like to call your chief up and publicly present his accreditation certificate, and he can certainly bring up whoever he wants. Before I do that, I almost forgot. I'm standing here talking about accreditation. Let me tell you what the assessors, the 3 assessors that were here, actually said about your police department. I cut and pasted it right out of the report. The Clifton Heights Police Department operates as a full-time, full-service law enforcement agency dedicated to delivering exemplary professional services to its residents, businesses, and visitors. Under the leadership of Chief Rockenbeck, the department upholds an unwavering standard of professionalism, a quality that was very evident upon our visit. Chief Rockenbeck articulated that the accreditation process serves as a catalyst for bolstering community confidence, reinforcing departmental professionalism, and ensuring the highest levels of training. The department's personnel have fully embraced this initiative, demonstrating a resolute commitment to institutional excellence. Through interviews, ride-alongs, and direct observation, it is very clear that the department's members adhere to the Pennsylvania Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission program standards and best practices. The assessment team is in full support of recommending the Clifton Heights Police Department for accredited status by the Pennsylvania Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission. Those are the words that the assessment team that was here and spent time with your police chief and your officers. It was very obvious to them that you have a professional police department, and now they have a seal of approval to show it. So now I will be quiet. If you want to see the best practices, you can log on to the Pennsylvania Chief's public-facing webpage. There's an accreditation tab. There's a lot of information about accreditation. All of those best practices are listed there. And if you have any questions, you can call me, but you have a resident expert right here in-house that I think can probably answer most questions about accreditation. I can talk all night long, but this time I will be quiet and actually present the certificate.
Just for the purpose of receiving the certificate, members of council, it's not something that I did that enabled us to obtain credit status. These are the guys who did it. They're the ones who bought in. They're the ones who did the work. They're the ones who did the paperwork. They're the ones who are professional day in and day out. So the actual accolades and applause go to these gentlemen and those of the staff that aren't here tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
There you go. Next time.
1, 2, 3.
You can give me a copy of a little closer on.
Jim, thanks for coming.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Any comments?
I was just,
Congratulations.
congratulations,
Or
Chief.
questions?
If I could, I know the work that Tim, because I'm in the building a lot, and I know what the hours and anguish that he put through it. It's not, I know other managers, and I know in the public safety community what it takes to get there. I know the officers that bought in. It's under his leadership that, just having officers buy into something that large, that commitment from just that community of the police officers is a testament to our leadership in the police department. But more than that, the council embraced this when Tim first brought it up from a budgetary standpoint. Behind that's a lot of equipment that council supports under capital. A lot of the programs that we upgraded the police department with, the cells, the locks, all those kind of things early on that all attributed that. So council has to be commended as well to have a police department in the community that's recognizing that fashion. So Tim, I know the work you put in, we're really pleased to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Tom.
Chief, just one other thing. I think I can speak for all the council. From the bottom of our hearts, thanks. And please, let the entire force know that.
I will.
We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Mr. President.
I can just move on, right?
You would just
Okay.
go to the citizens' participation.
So we're finished with that presentation and we'll move on with the agenda, citizens participation.
Rich DiPompio, I'm at 224 East Broadway Avenue. And I'll be careful what I'm saying because I'm going to talk about the intersection of Broadway Avenue, East Broadway, and Glenwood Avenue. Okay? Not a police problem.
Thanks, Rich.
Not a good night to speak.
There you go.
Occasionally, we will get a car coming off of Baltimore Pike, and the stop sign there is optional. Okay? My concern is all of these electric bikes and electric scooters going up and down Broadway Avenue. And from what I can see in that corner, I see these kids come down, we might have 3 cars stopped, and they just zigzag in and out of these cars. My concern is when and if it may or may not happen, are you gonna be picking up one of these kids with a shovel?
Sure.
It really, I guess I have too much time on my hands, but it stresses me out when I sit out there and watch that.
And the way that the law is written right now with them, there's zero tolerance for any of those vehicles really to be on the roads. But the legislature in Harrisburg is re-examining those laws to allow certain flex in there because parents are buying them from their kids. You know, maybe it makes them safer if the speed is reduced, if the generating power of the electric motor is reduced, helmets being worn, stuff like that. So there is anticipated legislation coming out of Harrisburg that's going to regulate that a lot better than zero tolerance. Because zero tolerance is only going to be a rift, you know, the way the law is now. The law just hasn't caught up with this technology, in all honesty. But that is coming soon.
Okay, well, that'd be good. Because
Yes.
It really stresses me out, and I feel it'd be like a borough problem, and, you know, and the resident problem there too.
True.
You know, but, and to somehow get the information out to these kids, yo, stop, you know, what are you doing?
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate your observation, Rich.
And I'll say, since you've worked on slowing down the traffic and everything there in that area, it's been wonderful, really has.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
Thanks, Rich. I'm going to back up, and I apologize. We didn't do roll call. Now we'll take the time to do it. Mr. Braun will not be present tonight. His grandson has a concert in school, and he notified me, and I said I agreed that family is a little more important than the matters at hand. So, we'll concede or proceed. Ms. Miles,
Present.
Chair is present. Ms. Bridges,
Here.
Ms. Ross,
Present.
Mr. Gorman,
Here.
Mr. Swan.
Here.
And Ms. Wiley.
Here.
Thank you. We'll need a motion to approve the minutes of April 21st, 2025 council meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Ms. Bridges makes the motion. Ms. Ross seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Reports from the borough officers, financial advisors
We
report.
have both the financial advisor and the finance, due to the change in the meeting, they have other commitments previously. The financial sent in your packet that, you know, we're on track with the taxes are 96% collected, which is fabulous. And we're now into the penalty phase, and the budget is on track and on target. Believe it or not, next month, we'll be starting the budget for 2027.
Motion to accept the report and pay the bills.
Motion.
Ms. Miles makes a motion, second.
Second.
Mr. Gorman seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Police chief's report.
I have nothing further than what I put in your files, other than our accreditation. Thank you.
Any questions for the chief?
Can you give us a status update with the Rams Store as to what the latest in anything?
The calls have significantly been reduced since our last hearing. I'm in the process of forwarding the reports, any outstanding reports since that hearing date, to our co-solicitor, John McLean.
I don't know if that was put on the back burner in the courts to see if there was any, if things were made any better. But he has gotten copies of all the reports and they were also filed or passed along to the LCB.
I can reach out to Mr. McBlain if you'd like, Councilwoman, and get a status update and send it to Mr. McCosey to disseminate.
Thank you.
Motion to accept the police chief's report.
So moved.
Mr. Gorman made the motion.
Second.
Ms. Wiley seconds it. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Fire chief's report.
I have nothing to add to my report.
Okay, any questions for the fire chief? I have one. I got asked yesterday about some of the construction going on. They're right there by the memorial for 9/11.
So we repeatedly get people, especially tractor trailers, that get into a jam and decide to use our parking lot as a turnaround. And every so often, the wall is hit by these vehicles. So we're just in the process now of repairing the wall and putting up some parking bollards that'll hopefully protect the property a little bit better.
Thanks, chief. I got the question yesterday, so I'll forward that. Motion to accept the fire chief's report.
I'll make a motion.
Ms. Brittis makes a motion.
Second it.
Ms. Ross seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Solicitor's report. I'm sorry, the engineer's report.
JP, like I said, is out. Couple of things. We're going to be beginning the curb and sidewalks from Prospect up to Oak Avenue, the next phase of the $1.3 million project. Probably Wednesday, residents have been notified. They also have been notified in the letter that we'll work together on the driveways and access in and out. The school district on that side, JP has been communicating with them. They're going to start the paving inside the bus loops and get our road back open up on the widening. It's going along. The bids for Madison Avenue sewer are on my desk. I got them this afternoon to be reviewed to go out for bid. That project's going to start because one of those pieces has to be spent by September. So we're getting that accelerated pretty quickly. Dog park, Tim and I are becoming very, he's my dog park consultant. On the surface type, whether it's sand or grass or, whatever it is, we're getting all kinds of different opinions. And, but we're fast tracking pretty good. Mr. Galante, who's the engineer on that, has worked and done a lot of research on it. So we may end up just with all out just grass. We don't know. So I think we're going to finalize that by Friday. Had a good conversation today on it. And I know that's the president's, like every day he asks that question. So that's why I'm bringing it up. But other than that,
Every day and tonight when I leave.
and then I'll be bringing the road program approval up. That's that. Once we approve that, he's ready to go. So he should start within a week.
Very good. Thank you. Any questions to the borough manager concerning the report? All those in favor of to accept the report, motion to accept the report. Mr. Swan makes a motion.
Second.
Ms. Ross seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Solicitor's report.
I have nothing to report at this time.
Okay, thank you. Motion accept. Any questions for the solicitor?
No, but I would like to, we had an issue with the state. We have a very, be careful, we're live, so I have to, we have a new person at DCED. And as you know, we did the KPM, the Keystone Purchasing. We've utilized that as a good mechanism to get jobs done in the borough, efficiently, professionally, and the process is using the American Architects Association process to get the bills paid, helps us financially. Don't have to do a lot of bidding out of newspapers and things like that, but it meets all the requirements. Question came in, I reached out to Sam, and she did an excellent. I just want to compliment her because they responded today that they've accepted. This would have been a disaster for us because we would have had to stop the project on Springfield Road, go rebid the whole thing to be able to do the next two phases. But they've now accepted it. and we're on our way. So I just, I'll let her know that it was a good, very, very nice, polite letter that this is the facts, and they accepted that, so.
Any questions? Make the motion, we need a motion to accept the solicitor's report.
Motion.
Ms. Wiley makes a motion, Ms.
Second.
Ross seconds, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Community development, Mr. Gould is on vacation, but.
We put him on vacation. We have the Mill Street demolition going on from the county for the demolition of the property there that we met with the builder. They should be starting that next week down in that location, so that should take care of that problem. It's been a long-going problem for the borough. And second one is there is a zoning application that we're going to be speaking of under the solicitor. That was in his role as the zoning solicitor, it was posted and letters did go out. So that we just meeting the requirements of the zoning code.
Any questions? I need a motion to accept the report.
So moved.
Ms. Biles makes a motion, second.
Second.
Wiley seconds, all those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Managers report.
That brings up the first one, the motion to authorize the solicitor to attend the June 3rd, 2026 zoning hearing to oppose the zoning hearing board application for Illusions 403 West Baltimore Avenue, Clifton Heights, PA, and 240 West Windcliff Road, Clifton Heights, PA 19008. I do believe on the first one, did we make any headway?
Not yet.
Not yet, so we'll just leave it on there.
For now.
Okay. That's a motion.
So we need a motion to authorize the solicitor to attend that meeting.
I'll make that
I'll
motion.
entertain the motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Ms. Rightus made the motion, Mr. Gorman seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next up is a motion to award the 2026 road program contract to AF Damon of Upland, PA, with the lowest bid of $168,710. Just to, I think 100 and, okay, correct, yeah, I think 112,000 of it is liquid fuels. Our money, as you know, new council, as you put money into the gas pumps, that road tax goes to Harrisburg and gets allocated to the counties allocated to the municipalities for improving the roads in the boroughs.
Need a motion to award the contract to AF Damon.
I'll make the motion.
I'm sorry.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Ms. Bruce makes a motion.
Ms. Ross.
I'm sorry, Ms. Ross seconds. I think we'll do a roll call vote because of the money. Ms. Biles,
Yes.
chair votes yes. Ms. Bruce?
Yes.
Ms. Ross, yes. Mr. Gorman?
Yes.
Mr. Swan?
Yes.
And Ms. Wiley?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next up, a motion to approve a resolution 2026-05 requesting a flood mitigation program grant of $500,000 from the Commonwealth Financial Authority of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to be used for DCD Flood Mitigation Program 2026, which is our ongoing Madison Avenue project.
So we need a motion to approve the resolution 2026-5 for flood mitigation grant of $500,000.
So moved.
Mr. Gorman makes a
Second.
motion, Ms. Wiley seconds. We'll do a roll call vote. Ms. Biles,
Yes.
chair votes yes. Ms. Brittis,
Yes.
Yes.
Ms. Ross, Ms. Gorman,
Yes.
Mr. Swan.
Yes.
Ms. Wiley.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And the final one is, thank you. The motion to approve the professional service contract with ESI, which is eConsult Solutions Incorporated. That is a financial firm that does, and public government type firm. I was starting to get concerned about the cost associated with the school coming in whether it's crossing guards or it's police or it's fire, road work, traffic, all those things that are some projects like that can cause. I've been around where the residents want a traffic study or whatever it is. This firm has a solid ground on what those expectations can be and what those financial costs are. So and they will also help and assist us in justifying the cost that we've already incurred from court settlement date on through. My time, the chief's time, the street sweeper, all those things, some of which the school district has said aren't part of the settlement of a permit. There shouldn't be a permit. I think the schools are a little unique. I happen to disagree with that, but I also don't want to be sitting at the table without the documents to be able to justify that. With that, once we get and gather that, that's going to be utilized for our budgetary process as we move forward. You just can't have that kind of an impact in the community without, and as you know, we run tight budgets to begin with. So some of the luxuries that we're used to, I don't call it luxuries, but things that we want to do, the movie nights and things like that, could be in jeopardy if we're spending money on additional crossing guards or those kind of things. Right now, we don't pay for crossing guards. I've been advised we're going to have to pay for half crossing guards. The problem with that is, from my experience, we don't control where the crossing guards are. So it's those kind of impacts that suddenly you wake up, I have a bill sitting on my desk. Remember, they're under July to July, we're under January to January. So when they spring these things on in July and we don't have the money, they're the kind of things that we'll get a report that we can, a roadmap, I would say, of how to move forward. So I reached out to them. I've dealt with them before when I was a mayor of Upper Darby. They're very professional. They helped me they did the actual 69th Street revitalization project on anticipation, tax credits, those kind of things. So I think it's a partner that we can partnership with that will help us move forward professionally and have something that we can stand on that's not going to fall apart on us. So I request that we get approval of that. And I also talked to the president, has something to add to that.
Yeah, I'd like to add to that. The borough manager and I had a discussion because of the large impact that the school's going to have on our community. We haven't had a school in the borough since, I believe, the 60s.
1977.
1977.
Graduating
And
class.
even that school was nowhere near the size of the one that we have now, we're going to have now. So it's going to be an impact, and we need to know what that impact is to help the residents understand and prepare for what's going to happen in the not too distant future. That being said, with discussion again with the borough manager and the solicitor, I'm going to ask council to work with the 3 members of council, myself and 2 more, to work with the solicitor and the borough manager to review this whole report and process as we move forward. If anyone who'd like to volunteer, if you please raise your hand and I'll acknowledge Mr. Gorman and Miss Miles. Samantha, I'm so used to using your first name. I apologize. That's just the way it is. So I will accept Mr. Gorman and Ms. Miles. I appreciate your giving up your time to help us do that. And we'll move forward. Go ahead.
I was great. President's on every committee. I think maybe we grab one more.
Oh,
council
okay. Very good. In that case, I need one more member of council.
person. Well,
That'll put us at 4.
4?
Yeah, I would stick with just this.
Okay. All right, so 2 and the president.
Just this.
Okay.
All right, that's cool.
Okay, very good. So I need a motion to approve the ESI eConsult solution to move ahead with that report and to involve the council president, 2 council members, along with the solicitor, the borough manager, to review that incoming report. Do I have a motion? Mr. Gorman makes the motion.
I'll second.
Ms. Wiley seconds it.
Chair, I have a question. Has there been any other financial reporting or kind of just research on the fiscal impact before the project was started? Okay.
This firm did it.
Okay. Can you make that available to us?
Sure,
as we-
I have it.
Okay, great.
We checked confident, they work for a different firm. They work for the engineering firm. They weren't working for the school district. when they did it, But I have that.
Okay.
report. That's what kind of where we're at today, because I was out looking.
Okay. So we have, I believe we had a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Council reports, Mr. Swan.
The only thing I really have is, congratulations again, Chief Rockenbach and our fine police officers for taking the time and getting accredited and just the job that you do every day.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Swan.
Ms. Biles.
Nothing to report.
Okay. Ms. Wiley.
Nothing to report.
Okay. The chair has nothing to report. Mr. Braun. He's absent. I'm sorry. Ms. Ross.
Just something like from an email from a resident. They have concerns about Washington Avenue. They're looking to see if we can get like speed bumps or something. You know, I believe it's Oak Lane in Washington. How the
Something the manager and I have spoken at length. I think there was an issue in our most recent discussion with installing those.
Installation. We have tests and we couldn't get them installed properly. So we're going to go back to the drawing board about, because there is studies, we have to have a study by the engineer, approved by the engineer. PennDOT has a regulation on what the distances are. That may qualify for the length. There's lengths and distances, so many feet from a stop sign, downhill, uphill. So JP would review that. I'll ask him to review Washington Avenue from Oak to
Church.
Church, to Oak to Church. I'll do that for you.
okay.
Mrs. Bridges.
So Wednesday, the 27th is our next 4th of July planning meeting. So anybody who wants to come out and help out with that, feel free. We'll be here at 7 o'clock. Last Friday, we had movie night. I appreciate the efforts it was a group effort to help overcome some technical difficulties. So I appreciate the chief, the borough manager, the mayor, and some members of council all helping to work through that because we were able to play the movie. Walt's Pizzas, I want to send out a thank you to them. They dropped off a whole bunch of pizzas that night, which was really, really nice. And we had some groups of kids kind of matriculate their way through the evening, stopping for a little bit, and they enjoyed the pizzas. So I wanted to thank them for that thoughtful donation. And that's all I have tonight.
But while I was speaking to the electrical contractor who put in the electric, we kind of tripped the breaker a couple times. He reminded me that I thought, because I said we ran the extension cord to the park, he said, I thought that the purpose of the park was to show the movies on the grass. So maybe next time we show it that way. So he's going to give us, we're going to have that solved. He actually did what he was supposed to do, so we have to figure a way to.
Mr. Gorman.
Again, congratulations, Chief. I know
Mr. Gorman.
firsthand how much work goes into that, and you and your sergeants and the other guys, they took a lot of work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And many more recertifications to come.
Oh, I know. I'm already, my office is a mess now, so getting ready for next year already.
Chief DePapio, any word on the new bus? Excuse me, ambulance.
Supposed to be in any day.
Cool.
They've been sending us pictures, updating. I think the only thing left is lettering and some final touches at this point.
Okay. Please pass on to your EMS staff. Congratulations on EMS week, and we thank them for everything they do for us. And other than that, everybody have a happy Memorial Day.
Ms. Mayor.
Yes, hi. Well, I want to say that on Saturday, there was the 16th, we had our Cleanup Clifton Day. It felt like we got something done, somewhat successful. Didn't rain on us, so that was good. I want to thank our Chris Ponzarelli for being there to open the door and let us in. And she was doing a little bit of cleanup separately from the rest of us. So there were, besides Chris, there were 4 of us, myself and my spouse, Jane. And then, of course, Council Member Tina Wiley was there, and a young man named Jordan Bodish. So we got some things done. We went down Rockbourne Road, had a nice conversation with a police officer there who's going to kind of be aware of the spot where people seem to have parties. And I always say, it's like, I don't know how to get people to embrace this great old concept of when you're walking in nature, take nothing but pictures and leave nothing but footprints. You know, right? So you don't have to leave your bottles and cans and all your food wrappers, but sometimes people do that. Anyhow, we did that and it was good. And I'm continuing to make contacts with and look into the possibility of getting some trees, talking to tree tenders in Alden, et cetera. Yeah, well, it'll be a while. We'll get some things done. Okay, and that's all I have right now.
Thank you. Old business, new business, public participation.
Go on Memorial Day celebration, 10 o'clock on Monday.
Very good. 10 o'clock, Monday's memorial celebration. Anything else, Rich, I see you want to say?
You know, I always see a police officer, and I thank them for being a police officer. The one place I forget about is thanking our fire department. Because they're the volunteer. They should be thanked, and also everybody who's here tonight and the people who are not here, I thank all of you.
Very good, thank you.
One
And-
more comment.
Go, step up and just identify yourself and your address, please.
Good evening, Council President, council members, neighbors. My name is William Leiter. I'm from Collingdale, 731 Spruce Street. Sound familiar? I'm also the chairperson for the Collingdale Planning Commission. And I'm here tonight on behalf of our Planning Commission and also to complete the circle. The mayor and I were on a meeting together, and we are leaning into projects with our municipal neighbors, to which, unfortunately, Clifton Heights is not one. Delaware County Planning Department has placed Collingdale into a 4-borough municipal comprehensive plan with Alden, Colwyn, and Sharon Hill. And it just so happens, the meeting that the mayor and I were in with the Sierra Club, that there's such synergy. Alden, one of our planning commissioners, are actually at their council meeting now, because we're really looking to link arm in arm with our neighboring municipalities and pursuing these DCED grants, DCNR grants, when it comes to stormwater management, tree canopy. And so I'm just here tonight to say hello, introduce myself, introduce our office, the Collingdale Planning Commission, as partners, as willing partners to pursue multi-municipal grants together, projects together, and trying to make links with the Clifton Heights tree tenders. I'm a tree tender in Southeast Delco. And so there's more partners that want to come to the table and link arms with us than you probably know. And so,
Related to that, I heard from Rebecca Yurkovich of Delaware County Sustainability Office and forwarded the email to everyone on council here to see who might be interested. She wanted to have perhaps a meeting and share some ideas, et cetera. So that might be happening next few months. Whatever.
yes, she's also reached out to me.
Yes.
We're trying to facilitate that with the Collingdale Council and Municipal Administration.
Right.
But I just wanted to introduce myself, introduce our office, extend a hand and a partnership. And I look forward to, I'm going to make myself available to be in communication with any of the stakeholders that is appropriate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other participation from the residents? Since there are none, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second it.
Second, meeting's adjourned.